The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Chen walked to the central podium. Around her, representatives from 47 species watched with a mixture of curiosity and unease. The humans had called this emergency session and nobody knew why. "Honored delegates," Chen began, her voice steady but cold. "3 cycles ago, the Velcrin sovereignty committed an act that humanity can neither forgive nor ignore." A ripple of whispers spread through the chamber. The Velcrin were known as cunning traders and skilled diplomats, not warriors. Their representative, a tall being with crystalline skin that refracted light into rainbow patterns, remained motionless in his seat. Chen activated the holographic display. Images materialized above the assembly, a small human colony world called New Haven. Green forests, blue oceans, modest settlements where 50,000 humans had built their lives far from Earth. Then the images changed. The forests were gone. The oceans had turned black. The settlements were nothing but scorched craters. Not a single structure remained standing. Not a single human had survived. The Velcrin deployed a viral weapon, Chen continued, her words cutting through the shocked silence. They engineered a pathogen specifically designed to target human DNA. Every man, woman, and child on New Haven died within 48 hours. Their deaths were agonizing. The Velcrin representative finally stood, his crystalline form shimmering. "Ambassador Chen, the Galactic Council has already investigated this matter. There is no conclusive evidence linking the Velcrin sovereignty to—" "We have your scientists," Chen interrupted, her eyes blazing. "All 17 of them," they confessed. "We have the communication logs, the payment transfers, the laboratory data. We know everything." The chamber erupted in chaos. Species argued among themselves, some demanding proof, others calling for immediate sanctions. The council chairman, an ancient Morthine whose tentacles had grayed with centuries of service, raised his appendages for silence. "Ambassador Chen," the chairman said carefully, "the council will review this evidence. If substantiated, appropriate measures will be taken against—" "The time for council deliberations has passed," Chen said quietly. The calmness in her voice was more terrifying than any shout. "Humanity tried diplomacy first. We brought our case to you 3 cycles ago. You dismissed it. You said we lacked evidence. You told us to be patient, to trust in galactic justice." She paused, letting her words sink in. "We were patient. We gathered evidence. We followed every legal protocol. And while we waited for your justice, the Velcrin attacked 3 more human worlds, 16 million more deaths, all with the same bioweapon." The Velcrin representative's crystalline structure flickered with agitation. "Lies. The sovereignty would never— The Velcrin sovereignty no longer exists," Chen stated flatly. The chamber went absolutely silent. Every eye, sensor, and ocular organ focused on the human ambassador. 48 hours ago, the human defense fleet completed Operation Reckoning. Every Velcrin world, station, and outpost has been neutralized. Their military infrastructure has been destroyed. Their government facilities have been reduced to rubble. The bioweapon laboratories, all 23 of them across 4 star systems, have been sterilized with fusion charges. Chen's holographic display shifted, showing fleet movements, tactical strikes, and aftermath reports. The scale of the human response was staggering. 300 warships had moved in perfect coordination, striking simultaneously across light years of space. "You cannot do this," the chairman bellowed, his ancient composure finally breaking. "The Galactic Conventions forbid—" "The conventions forbid genocide," Chen cut him off. "We have not committed genocide. Every Velcrin civilian was evacuated before strikes commenced. They are currently housed on neutral worlds protected by human forces. Not one Velcrin civilian was harmed." She advanced her display again, showing temporary refugee facilities, medical stations, and supplies being distributed to confused but alive Velcrin populations. "What we have destroyed is their capacity to wage war, their government's ability to order attacks, their scientists' ability to engineer bioweapons. The Velcrin people will survive and eventually rebuild, but they will do so under supervision, and they will never again possess the means to commit such atrocities." A delegate from the Ashen Collective, a species known for their pacifism, spoke up with trembling limbs. "But the destruction you describe, entire planetary infrastructures, this is madness. This is disproportionate." Chen turned to face the Ashen delegate. Is it? They killed 19 million humans. They weaponized disease. They targeted civilians deliberately. They showed no mercy, no restraint, no honor. Her voice dropped to barely above a whisper. We showed them all three. We gave them evacuation warnings. We provided shelter. We did not torture, did not desecrate, did not revel in revenge. We simply removed the threat. Permanently. The council chairman seemed to age another century before their eyes. Ambassador, what you have done will reshape galactic politics forever. Species will fear humanity. They will call you monsters. Let them, Chen replied without hesitation. For 2 centuries, humanity has been the newcomer in galactic society. We followed the rules. We sought acceptance. We tried to prove we were civilized, peaceful, worthy of respect. She looked around the chamber, meeting the gaze of every delegate present. The Velcrin taught us an important lesson. Being peaceful is not the same as being harmless. Being civilized does not mean being weak. She touched her console, and a final image appeared, a memorial wall being constructed on Earth, bearing the names of every human killed in the Velcrin attacks. Humanity remembers its dead, Chen said softly. We remember every name, every face, every dream that was stolen from them, and we ensure that their deaths mean something. The Velcrin were the last species that made humanity truly angry. They tested our patience, mistook our diplomacy for weakness, and believed our restraint indicated inability. She powered down the holographic display and straightened her uniform. They learned otherwise. Let the galaxy learn from their example. Humanity seeks peace. We desire friendship and cooperation with all species. But harm our people, slaughter our children, and you will discover something the Velcrin learned too late. There is no force in this galaxy more dangerous than a peaceful species finally driven to war. Ambassador Chen turned and walked toward the exit. Behind her, the council chamber remained frozen in stunned silence. She paused at the doorway and looked back one final time. This emergency session is concluded. Humanity has said what needed to be said. We return now to our policy of peaceful coexistence. We hope the galaxy will join us in ensuring such tragedies never occur again. The door closed behind her with a soft hiss. In the chamber, delegates began to murmur, argue, and panic. Some called for sanctions against humanity. Others suggested defense pacts. A few species quietly began reviewing their own policies toward human colonies. The Velcrin representative sat alone, his crystalline form dim and fractured. His civilization would survive, but it would never recover its former glory. They had gambled that the peaceful humans could be attacked with impunity. They had been catastrophically wrong. Across the galaxy, species analyzed the data from Operation Reckoning. Military strategists studied the precision and coordination. Political scientists debated the implications. Ethicists argued about proportional response. But everyone reached the same conclusion. Humanity had delivered a message impossible to ignore. Touch what they love, and they will respond with overwhelming force, tempered by unexpected mercy. They will not be cruel, but they will be absolutely thorough. They will give you one chance to surrender, one opportunity to retreat. But cross the line, slaughter their innocence, make humanity truly angry, and you will become a cautionary tale whispered across 1,000 worlds. The last species that learned what humanity becomes when peace is no longer an option.